Hey guys, Bob here from Raw Strength and Muscle, and today we're going to talk about the best cardio to build raw strength and muscle. Okay, if your only priority is to get bigger and stronger in the gym, what is the best kind of cardio? And the answer is you need to find a type of cardio that is not going to detract from your main purpose. Okay, I love doing cardio. Most of the cardio I've done has to do with some kind of performance, whether it's road marching and running when I was in the Army. Got out of the Army, did some martial arts. So for the martial arts, of course, you're doing like sprints, hill sprints, jump rope intervals, plyometric intervals, basically like, intervals that you repeat of high intensity exercise. Okay. As a matter of fact, when I did my first transformation, when I was 39, getting ready to turn 40, I lost those 40 pounds just in time for my 40th birthday, got shredded. And just about all I did was cardio. Burpees, plyometrics, and jump rope intervals. That was just about all I did, and I got in great shape. But the problem is when you get to the point where you change the focus to building strength and size in your muscles, you no longer want to do cardio that is going to break down your muscles, okay? If you do something like, let's say, plyometrics, burpees, sprints, hill sprints, stuff like that, while you are trying to get big and strong muscles, you're gonna have so many problems with overtraining, okay? Let's say I go ahead and do a heavy squat workout today, okay? Legs are fried. Tomorrow, the day after, whenever you wanna go ahead and do sprints or hill sprints, you're still recovering, okay? So how do you go ahead and do basically a leg workout, because sprints are killer for your legs? How do you do like basically a leg workout the day or 2 days after you did a leg workout already in the gym? And then let's say, Tuesday you do your leg workout, Wednesday or Thursday you do hill sprints when your legs aren't recovered yet. Then Thursday you go back and you do another leg workout. Like, you will never make progress in the gym because before you can recover, you're already breaking your muscles down again. Now, there are ways around that, okay? One way around that is to do them in the same day. And I actually created a program where you did that. Basically, you did like a weighted calisthenics workout. So let's say you do squats and deadlifts, and then you would do like squat tucks and burpees. So you would do cardio that breaks down your muscle fibers in your legs, okay? But once again, you got to think about overtraining, okay? And overtraining, I put a lot of research into overtraining. There are so many different types of overtraining. Yes, you've got your muscles, okay? So if you do squats and deadlifts, and then you're going to go ahead and do burpees and squat tucks, you cannot do the same amount of volume, the same amount of sets and reps of the squats and the deadlifts if you know at the end that you're going to be doing, the burpees and the squat tucks as well, okay? Which means you cannot concentrate your workout on building raw strength and muscle. You have to think about, I'd love to do all of this, but if I know I have to do the cardio at the end, you can't really do as much, okay? So it negatively affects your workouts. Another thing is, especially as you get older, but even when you're younger, you also need to consider what it's going to happen to you, okay, when you're stressing your joints like this. Now, it's actually very important that you stress your joints, okay? It's important that you do heavy workouts, okay? Remember when I was a kid, one of the books that changed my life was Brooks Kubik's Dinosaur Training. He talked about the importance of high weight, low reps, low sets, okay? And one of the points was it builds not just your muscles, but your tendons and your ligaments, okay? Because a lot of people do pump workouts, build their muscles up, they don't do anything for their tendons and ligaments, and then they over time have problems, okay? Because the muscles become stronger faster than the tendons and ligaments. So it's good to stress your joints, your tendons, your ligaments, your soft tissue. But if you are stressing your joints, your tendons, and your ligaments by doing a heavy, let's say, squat workout, then you're continuing to stress your joints, tendons, and ligaments by jumping up and down, doing squat tucks, burpees, sprints, or hill sprints. you're obviously at some point going to be overtraining all of your connective tissue, okay? What's good, when done too much, becomes bad, okay? And another thing that I talk about a lot that a whole lot of people do not talk about ever at all is the concept of mental or emotional overtraining, okay? Forget about your body recovering from the workout. Imagine if you're doing a killer set of squats and then you got deadlifts after that, and then you're like, you drop your ass down and back into a squat and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. After I do these squats and then I do those deadlifts, I need to do hill sprints. Like, Jesus, the squats suck, the deadlifts suck, the hill sprints suck. It's like, how much can you take? And I know there's gonna be a whole lot of people saying, oh, well, I'm the biggest little baby boy in the whole wide world and my mommy says I'm strong and I do everything. Well, yeah, you don't go 100% when you're doing your strength training if you know that you're gonna be doing cardio at the end, especially hard cardio, or you're not pushing the sprints at the end. Okay, so basically you're just playing around with squats, you're playing around with sprints, but you're not doing anything 100%. You're not getting the results you would if you did. So for all of these reasons, you need to find some form of cardio that is not going to negatively impact the construction of your workout, that's also not going to negatively impact your mental state during your workout, the effort you put in, and also something that's not going to wear down your joints, your soft tissue. You need to find a way to do cardio basically without doing cardio. And a lot of people don't do cardio, okay? I've already spoken about this in another video about whether it's sustainable to do cardio for weight loss, okay? I talked about, the guy from My Name is Earl, the fat guy. When the show wrapped, he had a lot of money, he had a lot of time, he had a lot of body fat, and he said he's gonna ride his bike for 8 hours a day. That was great. He lost a whole lot of weight, hundreds of pounds probably, but he couldn't sustain it, okay? So I'm not a big fan of doing anything that's unsustainable, like cardio for fat loss. So what do you do, okay? I didn't do any cardio for a while. And when I switched over from the corporate world, okay, to being an entrepreneur, there's a lot of stress you have to deal with, like mental, emotional stress for your success, for your failure, a lot of stuff going on, just self-doubt and everything. And for some reason, I was inspired to go for walks, okay? I would listen to a podcast, I would listen to background noise, just, wind or something like this, just to kind of quiet my brain. And I basically ended up listening to a podcast that was a half an hour long usually. So I just listened to the podcast. When it ended, I, turn around and listen to another podcast on the way back. So I ended up going for hour walks. And I didn't consider it cardio. I considered it just a way to stay sane through the whole process of becoming an entrepreneur. And what came out of that is, when I would post about it in my stories, people would ask me, they're like, oh, do you have a heart rate monitor? Do you go for distance, or do you go for time, or do you go for calories burned, or how do you do your cardio? And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing cardio. I'm just going for a walk to keep myself from going crazy. But those people did make me realize that I actually am doing cardio, okay? Like right now, I'm a little bit out of breath maybe, but I'm not killing it, okay? My muscles are moving, but I'm walking on fairly flat ground. I live in Florida, for God's sakes, everything's flat here. So there's not a whole lot of stress on my joints, tendons, ligaments, a lot of stress on my muscles, and there's not a lot of emotional stress. I'm literally just taking a walk, okay? So by doing this, I'm getting my cardio in, okay? So a lot of times I go for a walk actually right after the gym with my girlfriend for an hour before she goes ahead and does her work and I go ahead and do my work. So to be honest, that's like a part of my day that I'm either alone or that's quality time I'm spending with my girlfriend. And I'm getting, like I said, this mental break where there's no noise going on, where I'm basically just having an opportunity just to relax, okay, and be a sane human being. And another thing too, aside from the fact that you need to do some kind of cardio, for your, cardiovascular health, your heart, your lungs need to be trained as well as your muscles. Another thing that's really important about doing cardio is when you do gentle movements with a muscle that you just worked, okay? And like I said, I'm not talking about doing hill sprints 2 days after you've done your, your squat workout, but when you move your legs around after you've done, like, let's say a squat workout, what's going to happen is all the byproducts of the training, all the waste products that you have in the muscles you just trained because of the constant flexing in the muscles during the walk are going to be flushed out. And because you got the blood flow increase, because you're flexing your muscles and pumping blood in and out constantly, another thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting new nutrients in, okay, with fresh blood, okay? So you are actually, assuming you don't go full ape shit and assuming that you go and do your cardio in a way that you can, that you can gently just increase the blood flow in your muscles without breaking the fibers down, you're actually gonna recover faster than if you had not done cardio, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to put that out because that's a question, that I get a lot. Like, you don't want to kill your gains. You don't want to spend too much time because time is finite. It's not an infinite resource. And you certainly don't want to break yourself down mentally or physically. And you don't want to change your workout. So how do you, when you're concentrating on building raw strength and muscle, just getting as strong and as big as you can, how do you do cardio and do you do it at all? Okay. And that's my answer, okay? Hour walks. It doesn't have to be an hour walk. You can walk for 10 minutes and turn around. You can walk for 15 minutes and turn around. The good thing about this is if I had, sore legs or a sore back or ass or hamstring or calves or whatever from a leg workout, I just wouldn't walk as fast, okay? I'd walk a little bit slower for my half an hour. And when I turned around, it wouldn't have been going as far. So, at the end of the day, like I said, it's the absolute best way to do cardio when your emphasis is on building muscular size and strength. Like I said, if you're interested in learning all of these tips and tricks, okay, this is actually an entire module. Okay, it's several lessons that I've uploaded to both the low carb cutting and bulking course and the raw strength and muscle workout, both of which are in my group coaching program, the Raw Strength and Muscle Brotherhood. You could go ahead and check out the links below. But like I said, I've got several lessons specifically, okay, pertaining to the subject of cardio while you're trying to do a, fat to muscle transformation. Just go ahead and check out the links below, okay? Or you could go to rawstrengthandmuscle.com and you can see all the programs and all the coaching options down there. Aside from that, get your hour walks in. Trust me, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Even if I were to give up working out, give up dieting, just eat shit all day, drink beer and watch Netflix, I would still go on my hour walks, okay? Even if I didn't do any other type of workout at all, because like I said, for me, this isn't training, this isn't cardio. This is like an emotional, mental, and productivity hack. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that little bell icon so you get informed when I put up a next video. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them below. I will answer them in another video. And aside from that, see you guys in the next video.